All right, number 12 and number 30 will jump. And we are ready. Number 12 controls the tip over to number 33, who gets it to 24. Medlin gets it inside to 32, back out, and he shuffled his feet. That's a travel, and the Nanoks will start the game with a quick turnover. And
here comes Peterson, gives it to Sanchez. Here's Caleb Pugh, kicks it over in the post, looks for Sanchez, gets it to Pugh. Pugh kicks it out. Number 24 catches, here's Sanchez on the right wing. Caleb Pugh catches it up top. Tried to get it inside, they have it inside to Sanchez. He takes a post hook, rolls around and drops out.
Rebound by number 32, Danon Medlin. And loose ball there. He picks it back up, gets it over to 24. He's looking around into the corner to number 23.
And here's Caleb Pugh with the ball on the right wing. Gives it to Garcia on the right wing. They give it to Sanchez, back to Pugh, over to Garcia. Entry pass into Sanchez, reverse layup, missed it.
A rebound by number 24, Dawson Schaefer. And 24, Caden Hainberth will bring it up into the corner to number 23. Dawson Schaefer kicks it back to the corner to Gareth Hansen, as they're trying to attack this 2-3 zone from North Pole corner. Open three ball, Hansen, and that's good. Puts Nome on the board with a 3-0 lead.
Here comes number 24, Kenny Peterson, gives it to Alex Garcia. Here's Juan Sanchez on the left wing. Entry pass, back out to Sanchez. Here's Pugh, gives it over to Garcia. Garcia on the right wing, gives it to Peterson. Peterson up top, back to Garcia. Here's Sanchez on the right wing. Back to Pugh, good ball movement over on the left wing. Garcia gives it to Peterson. Peterson fakes the three, drives back out Garcia. Garcia fires a three, missed it. Rebound, North Pole, back out to Sanchez. Over to Peterson, back to Sanchez. Inside.
Foul is on number 12, Dawson Evans.
And Alex Garcia will shoot two to try to get North Pole on the board.
And with 5:38 in the first quarter, Nome holds a 3-0 lead over the Patriots. In game number 4 of the Dean Cummings Senior Memorial Basketball Tournament.
Got a line violation on North Pole. Gives it back to Nome.
Nome breaks the press, getting it into the middle of 23. Corner for Gareth Hansen with another three. That one's off.
Back comes North Pole. Outlet to Alex Garcia. Garcia will take it out. Gives it to Peterson. Wide open three. No good.
Rebound goes to 23. He kicks it up the court to 24. He'll stop, look around, dish it off to 23. Takes the three-pointer. No good.
Here comes Peterson up the court. Peterson looking, driving down the court. Fakes the handoff to Garcia. Gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez fakes a three. Looking for help, finds Pugh. Pugh at the top of the court, gives it to Garcia. Fires a three. No good.
Another rebound for Hansen, as both teams seem to just be shooting three-pointers. And the Nome coach, Patrick Callahan, has seen enough, and he will call a timeout.
So a lot of three-point shots early. Just trying to get themselves in a rhythm, but none of them have dropped so far.
Yeah, every possession for the Nanoks was a three ball, and the one chance North Pole had to score was free throws. Couldn't convert on either one, and with a little over 4 minutes gone, Nome has a 3-0 lead. All right, Nome will take it out. Number 32, Stefan Anderson. And he'll get it over to number 12, Dawson Evans. Gets into the corner, number 23, Dawson Schaefer. Inside pass is tipped and stolen.
Kenny Peterson will bring it down the floor for the Patriots. Kicks it over to Sanchez. Sanchez fakes it, gives it to Pugh. Peterson on the right wing into the right corner for Sanchez. Fakes the three, drives, looking to kick it back out to Peterson. He does, into the right corner. Over to Garcia at the top of the key. And Sanchez has it. Entry pass into Garcia, and he makes a reverse layup, and it's 2-3.
And number 32 will bring the ball up the court for Nome against this North Pole press. He gets trapped at half court, dishes it to 24. 24 with a no-look pass inside to Dawson Evans, and that is good for 2. Nome back with a 3-point lead as they lead 5-2 with 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Here's Kenny Peterson, brings it across the timeline, gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez looks, gives it to Pugh. Pugh over to Peterson. Peterson fakes the entry pass, gives it to Garcia. Garcia fires a three, and that's no good.
And Evans gets the rebound. Good defense there, dribble it off his leg. Nome possession. Number 35, Ian Smith checks in for number 23, Dawson Schaefer for Nome. 24, Caden Hainberth will bring it up. Looks inside to 32, nothing there.
And a turnover, they'll get it back to the Patriots.
Not sure what that call was, but it is another turnover.
Here's Garcia, gives it to Sanchez on the left wing. Here's Pugh up top, looking for help, finds Garcia. Garcia with a dribble move, gives it back to Peterson. Peterson fakes the handoff, drives, and we have a foul.
Late whistle on that one. And the foul is on number 32, Stefan Anderson of Nome. His first. Team second.
And here's North Pole, gives it to Peterson, who has a corner three, and he knocks it down. And we're all tied at 5 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Number 10, Caleb Evett is in. He dribbles it up the court, passes it to 24. He looks inside to Gareth Hansen, puts up the layup, no good. Tried to get the offensive rebound and taken by North Pole.
Here's Peterson. Peterson with an in and out dribble, drives down the lane, and it is an offensive foul. Ran into the Nome player and tried to put it up and spin it in, get out of the way, but he couldn't. Nome ball.
Yeah, number 12, Dawson Evans, was sitting there waiting for him as Peterson was trying to put the moves on. So after that knuckleball three, we are tied up 5-5 with 2:30 left in the first quarter. As Nome has the ball, trying to break this Patriots press. 24 in the corner, kicks it over to 35. He goes back to 24, back to 35 in the corner. Throws it to the top of the key to 24. He looks around, gets it to number 10. He looks inside at Dawson Evans, nothing there. Kicks it back around to 35, back to 24, back to 10. He puts the moves on, can't go anywhere, back to 24. And Nome just passes back and forth like it's hot potato. Back to 35, over to Hansen in the corner. He'll take his third three, and he is 2 for 3 from the three-point line. All threes coming in the corner, and he has 6 of the 8 points for the Nanucks.
And Garcia and Peterson directing traffic. Gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez will drive. Sanchez will stop, kick it back out to Peterson. Here's Garcia at the top. Kicks it over to number 23, Javon. Number 25, Javon Dent has checked into the game. Sanchez back out to Peterson. They're going to run a play. They're going to reset, try to get into their offense. Peterson drives, kicks it back out to Dent. Here's Peterson at the top, directing traffic. Crowd wanted a call, they didn't get it.
Getting physical down low with number 15 and number 10. Looked like 15 dropped an elbow. The crowd wanted a foul.
Here is Sanchez to Javon Dent. Over to Garcia, back to Sanchez in the corner of the post. He gets knocked down, hustle for the ball, and it is Nome ball.
No, I think it was out of bounds on number 12, who was going for the steal in the fast break layup. And Nome will get the ball back with 48 seconds, down by 3. In a very sloppy, slow first quarter by the Nanoks and the Patriots. Kind of a slugfest as both teams are sitting back in their zone, letting each other chuck up some threes.
Here's Dent, gets it to Sanchez, over to Pugh, over to Peterson on the left wing. He drives and he is fouled.
Starting to get chippy early in this game.
33 seconds to go. Nome with a 3-point lead, 8-5. 14 fouls for Nome, 0 for the Patriots. Pugh gets it to Sanchez. Sanchez will drive. Sanchez gives it inside, back out to Pugh for 3, missed it. Rebounded
by 32. Putting him on skates, but he loses the ball, gets it back, tries to roll it to his teammate, nothing's there. Goes for the steal, slides, and the circus ends with a turnover by 32. A lot of sloppy basketball here in this first quarter between these two teams. With 8 seconds left,
Peterson will
clock didn't start for 2 seconds. Peterson with
fires.
the big 3,
and he hits it.
Good.
To end the quarter.
And the dumbest foul you don't possibly make.
You don't want to see that foul.
3/4 court. Guy shooting at the buzzer. You run in and check him. With no chance of him making that, you put him on the line
for 3 shots.
For 3 shots.
You could go into the third quarter with the second quarter with a deficit.
Definitely a rookie mistake there by number 14, Caleb Pugh.
No, I think you just let him shoot it. You play the percentages on that.
Yeah, you just get back, let him try. Let him try. I don't think there's anybody from Syracuse on this team that hit that 3/4 shot against Duke.
I don't think so. I think it's, you just let him shoot it. You don't need to double him.
Lucky for the Patriots, number 35 misses the first one. And he will shoot the second. And that one is no good as well. So the dumb foul looks like an okay foul, as Nome could take a 1-point lead with this shot, as number 35, Ian Smith, is now 0 for 2 from the line. His third shot coming, and that one goes in to his relief. 1 for 3 on the night from the free throw line. So Nome takes a 1-point lead into the second quarter.
So very slow first quarter. A lot of zone defense, a lot of threes that didn't go in, and a lot of sloppy play early on. But let's see if they can pick it up as the game gets further.
Well, for Nome, Gareth Hansen, the 6'1 senior, has 2 3-pointers made for Nome. He has 6 of the 9 points, as he's 2 for 3, hitting that short corner 3, as it is the easiest shot available from the zone. And Kenny Peterson hit 2 deep balls, 1 fadeaway with little time left on the clock, that tied this game before his teammate committed a really bad foul on a 3/4 court shot that gave Nome the lead.
So we'll see if that later in the game could impact the score. The 1-point margin right now.
As in game 4, we have a very close game, and North Pole out of the ball to start the second quarter.
So here's Garcia, gets it to Sanchez. Sanchez looks, gets it over to Dent. Dent back to Garcia, fakes the pass to Sanchez. Pugh fires a 3, rattles in and out.
trying to make up for his previous mistake in the first quarter early. Tries to get himself on the board. Shot looked good, didn't go in. And Nome will have the ball as Gareth Hansen drives, gets hit hard, hits the deck, and he will shoot two. Switches it up a little bit as his first 3 shots of the game were all three-pointers. This time he decided to drive.
Fouls on Caden Bostwick.
And he will look for his 7th and 8th point. His first one goes in, and Nome looks to take a 3-point lead in this back and forth contest between the Nome Nanooks and North Pole Patriots. Second free throw is short. They trap.
And Pugh had the ball trying to get free, and he was fouled.
And that foul goes to number 33, Gareth Hansen.
Sanchez will inbound. Number 24, Kenny Peterson, checks in for Javon Dent. And Alex Garcia brings it up the floor. Crosses over, drives down the lane. And they call a traveling call, giving it back to the Nome Nanooks.
Refs definitely letting them play. It's number 35. Rode him all the way up the court, forced to travel. They get the ball back. Now they're trying to break this press. 35 trying to go, and they're running out of time as 35 was backpedaling towards the free throw line.
Nearly a 10-second
looks like nearly a 10-second call, but the North Pole Nanooks coach Patrick Callahan decided to call a timeout, save his team a turnover. So that's might end up being costly towards the end of this game.
Could end up costing them. So that one point lead after the first quarter was counteracted by a loss of a timeout. So we could see if that can affect the late game situation. A team needing a timeout, but they don't have one. So we'll see. It's 10-8, 10-8. Nanooks lead by 2. 7:19 to go in the first half. 4 fouls for the Nanooks, 3 for the Patriots.
So Nanooks break the press. They get it into Gareth Hansen, and he whiffs on the layup.
Peterson ahead to Sanchez. Sanchez will drive in and
forgot to take a dribble.
He traveled
and went back to Fairbanks on that drive. And 32 will bring it in to number 10. Kicks it back to 32. Up to number 12, Dawson Evans. He stumbles and falls and turns it over. Bad pass. Stolen by number 10. He'll drive. Kick it out to Hansen. Look at the 3, fake it, drive.
Lost it. Here's Pugh up ahead to Garcia. Garcia blows the layup.
And the sloppy basketball continues. Number 10's putting the moves on, leaving number 0 in the dust. He'll drive. Throw it right to North Pole.
Peterson will drive down the sideline. Euro step around, misses the layup, gets his own miss, kicks it back out, and he's fouled.
So a 2-minute stretch there of turnovers and missed layups, and now a foul on Nome off the offensive rebound for Peterson.
Was a good move to get himself open, just didn't finish it.
And number 4, Devin Otten, will sub in.
Here's number 14, Caleb Pugh. He's up at the top, looking to get it to Peterson. He does. Peterson gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez over to Dent. He's checked back into the game. Peterson down to Sanchez in the post. Sanchez puts a move on. Kicks it back out to Dent. Javon Dent gives it to Caleb Pugh. Pugh puts on a crossover. Gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez over to Dent. Good ball movement here by the Patriots. Trying to get a wide open shot. Gives it to Peterson. Peterson tried to go right. Stopped by the Nome defense. Caleb takes the screen. Gives it to Dent. Javon Dent over to one Sanchez. Sanchez drives. And that is a charge. So all the passing didn't help as they committed a charge. And that is another turnover for the Patriots. Sanchez will come out, and
Sanchez does not agree with the call.
Sanchez comes out, Garcia enters.
Although anytime you drive in recklessly and lower your shoulder, they're going to call that charge. That's what refs love to do. So Nome brings the ball up the court, trying to break the press. Gets trapped. Number 4 turns it over.
Dent to Garcia, and he lays it in. So it's a tie game, 10-10 with 5.5 to go in the first.
Evans brings it up to 32. He'll fire a pass to 4 corner. Garrett Hansen, 3-ball, good. He is 3 for 4 on the night, and he has 10 points to lead the Nanoks, single-handedly outscoring.
Here is Javon Dent. Dent to Garcia. Pugh puts up the shot, rolls out, and it's rebounded by Nome.
And I'm pretty little scoring error there. It's 13-10.
And Javon Dent with the steal, and he scores 13-12, 1 point game.
1 point Nanoks lead as they are having trouble breaking this press. Number 4 gets fouled on the catch. Sideline out of bounds.
That is number 15, Caden Bostwick. I believe that is the second foul. Timeout, North Pole. A full timeout. Yes, that is his second. So 4:40 to go in the first half, 13-12. Nanoks lead by 1. It's been pretty sloppy play here in the first half. Nome's had trouble breaking North Pole's press, and North Pole's missed some pretty easy layups on the inside. They've had good moves to get the layups, but they haven't finished off the plays. So let's see if they can put something together to close out the half and get the lead back. Right now, that foul at the end of the quarter is still a factor as Nome remains up by 1.
Yeah, North Pole went on a little run there the last minute and a half, capped off by a Gareth Hansen 3-ball, put Nome back up by 1 as he has 10 points to lead the Nanoks. They get the ball inside to Gareth Hansen to try and post up on number 52, use his speed and quickness. But there's a reach-in foul on 52. And they will inbound the ball. With this, and bad pass by Hansen, hit out of bounds by Juan Sanchez. And number 4, Coach Patrick Callahan didn't like the way Nome was set up in that inbounds play. He calls another timeout, 30-second timeout, as he tries to tell his guys they need to start making sharper passes so they can get the ball in. They got a mismatch with the three-point shooter, Gareth Hansen, being guarded by the North Pole big man.
Try to exploit that, put him in some pick and rolls, pick and pops, get some mismatches with guards.
Yeah, Hansen's got a good enough handle where he can take him off the dribble. They should try and get him the ball on the outside instead of trying banging it in low.
And then try to put him in a pick and roll, get him posted up on a guard, get a foul call or get an easy basket inside.
And they will do an inbound 2 at the top. Hansen runs outside, catches the ball, swings it to 23. There's a 3-ball, no good. And he rushes in and fouls Kenny Peterson, who will shoot 1 and 1. No, not yet. One more foul, and North Pole and Nome will be in the bonus.
4:30 to go in the half. No fouls to give. Peterson brings it up the court, orchestrating the offense. Gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez drives. Sanchez over to Pugh. Pugh to Peterson. Peterson with a hesitation gives it to Garcia. Fakes the 3. Back to Peterson. Back to Garcia. Over to Pugh. Pugh drives left. Stops. Gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez to Garcia. Garcia on the right wing gives it to Pugh, and it's stolen, but he is fouled.
Okay, so there is a steal by number 23, Dawson Schaefer. And following the steal, number 14, Caleb Pugh of North Pole fouled him. And that puts them in the bonus.
1 and 1. That is the first foul.
That's Pugh's second foul. And number 23 will shoot the first free throw of the 1 and 1. That one is good. Puts Nome up by 1 in this low-scoring first half, 14-12, and they will look to gain a 3-point lead. 23 knocks down both free throws.
Here comes Garcia trying to close out the half, halfway through this final quarter of the half. And a foul on Nome.
And it looked like Garcia ran into his own teammate there, and number 4 was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, got the foul. And Garcia will go to the line.
Setting up for the free throw. 3:57 to go, 17 fouls for both teams in the bonus. And it is a 3-point Nome Nanoks lead. And Garcia puts it up, no good. Rebound to Nome. Number 23 takes the ball up. Here's number 24, number 23 back to number 24, over to Gareth Edwards. Over to 4, fires the 3 and hits the 3. They stretch their lead to 6. 3:40 to go. Kenny Peterson brings the ball up. Here's Pugh on the right wing. Pugh over to Garcia drives. He is fouled. Foul before the shot, but he will shoot 1 and 1. So it's back to the free throw line.
So Garcia will go back to the free throw line. The foul was on number 22. Actually, correction, that foul was on number 4, his second. 19th foul. First free throw is good. And number 32, Stephen Anderson, and 24, Caden Hainbuth are checked back in for the Nanooks.
And Garcia hits them both, and it's a 7-point game.
24 dribbles the ball to court, get them in their offensive set. To 23, back to 24, back to 23, back to 24. 32 to 23, they're passing around in a triangle, looking to get the last shot with 24 seconds left. Over to number 12 in the corner, back to 23, back to 24. Keep the ball hopping around between that triangle in the middle of the court. Now they form the triangle on the right side. Back to the top. Hansen in the corner, 3 ball is good, his 4th of the quarter.
And Kenny Peterson doesn't get the shot off. It's a 10-point lead, 25 to 15.
And 13 first half points for Gareth Hansen, as he was 4 for 5 from the 3-point line, propelling the Nanooks to a 10-point lead over the Patriots.
And we will see you back in the second half for more action from the Dean Cummings Senior Memorial Basketball Tournament.
And if you're around tonight at 6:15, show up to the high school for the opening ceremonies, and then watch the Lady Huskies take on Seward at 6:30, and then watch the boys play Seward at 8 o'clock. And when you're here, make sure you stop by the concession stand and support your Delta High School leading 25-15 over the North Pole Patriots. And Nome will get the ball to start this third quarter, as after a very sloppy and slow first half, they have a 25-15 lead. And 32 will inbound to 24. Hands it off to 32. He will dribble over pass to Dawson Evans, number 12. Looks and bounce pass to 24. Into the corner to the streaky shooting Hansen. Over to the corner, back to 24. Back to 23. Fakes it. Shuffles his feet. That's a travel.
And North Pole will have their first possession of this second half, trying to come back down 10. And Kenny Peterson will bring the ball up and orchestrate the offense. Gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez looks to get it to Pugh, trying to get it to Pugh. He finally gets it to him. Gets it to Peterson. A lot of this ball movement like we saw in the first half. Let's see if they can turn it into points. Pugh has it on the left wing, looking to get it into the post. Can't get it to Peterson. Pugh goes off a back screen, gets it, and gets a wide open layup for his first points of the game.
Good screen there set by Kenny Peterson, get his teammate open. And a trap at half court. Out of bounds off of North Pole, and 24 will inbound for the Nanoks. Into the corner to 23, Dawson Schaefer. Inside to 32, back to the wing on number 12. He will drive, stop, kick, and they pass it around the outside again. Pass up that open shot, 23, pass up that open shot. Over to the wing, Dawson Evans, pass is bobbled. Caught by 24. Into the corner, Hansen looks to shoot, kicks it out. Good closeout there by Peterson. And Evans will drive and dish. Hansen throws it up, no good. A lot of contact, but no whistle. Dish inside to Hansen. Shuffles his feet, no call, and he will make the layup.
And Kenny Peterson will bring the North Pole Patriots back down the floor, trying to cut into this 10-point lead. They need a couple of stops, can't keep trading baskets. Pugh with the ball at the top. And Peterson has the ball on the right wing, gives it to Garcia. And it is almost stolen by Nome, gets it back. Here's Garcia over to Pugh. Looking to find Peterson on a cut. He can't, gets it back out to Sanchez, over to Garcia. Peterson posts up and scores. So 2 baskets
off the same play for North Pole. Really bad defense there by that zone. And the press is starting to wear down Nome. They finally get across in heat. 32 will drive, left-hand layup right off the bottom of the rim.
Kenny Peterson crosses half court, attacks the rim, drives, and he gets fouled.
Tried to make that pass out to the wing.
And call it on the pass.
And the foul was on number 23. His second, team's first of the half.
Here's Peterson on the right wing, trying to orchestrate the offense, get another open shot, and cut into this lead. Sanchez drives. Sanchez with a reverse layup. It's good. So three successful trips to start this half, and it's a 6-point game.
Yeah, North Pole's gotten away from the 3 ball. All 3 of their shots in this quarter have been layups. Into Hansen, corner 3, rolls out, tipped by Evans is good.
And Peterson brings it back down the floor after another made shot. You got to go on a run, get multiple defensive stops, and it's stolen by Nome.
And the fast break layup blocked and fouled. Evans thought he had a gimme. Garcia thought differently. And Evans will shoot 2 at the line. That's Garcia's second foul. .12 at the line with his first free throw. Off the back of the rim. And Nome has a 29-21 lead in the third quarter with 4:46 left on the clock. second free throw coming. And it's up and in. And that gives Nanox a 9-point lead as number 10, Caleb Evett, comes in for number 12, Dawson Evans.
Here comes Garcia, trailed by Sanchez, crosses the timeline, and he drives, and he is fouled on the drive.
Foul is on number 10, Caleb Evett, who just checked in. That's his first personal, second team foul.
Bostwick with the ball. He fumbles it, gets it to Sanchez, over to Peterson on the left wing. He drives. Peterson gets it to Garcia for a wide open three. It rattles in and out. Rebound by Bostwick. He misses the layup, and it's a rebound for Nome.
And that was blocked by Gareth Hansen. Rebound picked up by 32. Back to Hansen. Looks at the three. Stops. Kicks it back out. 32 will drive and kick. Bad pass. Stolen by Garcia. He goes all the way with the layup. Rolls out.
They're just not converting on their...
Wanted the foul call. And he rushes back in trying to get the steal on Nome. As they go into the corner. Back to 10. Over to 35. He hesitates. Gets checked by Garcia. That's his third personal foul. As he seems to be a little frustrated after that blown layup. And is starting to take it out on the Nome players. So the Nanox have a 30-21 lead in Game 4 of the Dean Cummings Senior Memorial Tournament. And what do you think about this Nome offense so far?
Well, they had their struggles towards the end of the second half with the North Pole press, but they've rebounded well. They played great defense, and they've gotten a lot of open shots, especially Gareth Hansen has really made all of the North Pole players pay attention to him, which can allow other guys to get wide open shots due to his 4 3-pointers in the first half. So he's a weapon from anywhere. He's also doing it on the defensive end. He's got a couple of blocks. And North Pole, they started out well, 3 for 3, just haven't made layups since, haven't converted it on their layups. And that's the difference right now.
Yeah, North Pole definitely came out with a lot of energy. Just they have to put that in the right areas, as Garcia has picked up 3 quick fouls in this half. And just keep that, try not to let the frustration get the best of you, and just play some good defense, because Nome is not getting much inside. And most of their shots have come from the three-point line from Hansen. And Nome has the ball, number 10 up top. Over to Ian Smith, back to 10, over to 4. He looks inside at 32, no passes there. Ball is fumbled by 10, picked up by 35. Over into the corner is Hansen, inside, good pass to 32. He blows the layup, gets his own rebound. Blows another layup, gets the rebound again, goes up, misses for the third time, over to number 10. He has the floater, no good. So many chances for Nome, and the ball goes out of bounds off North Pole, and they will get it again.
A trifecta of missed layups.
So a lot of hard work there for 32. He just couldn't get the ball to go in, and he'll get the ball off the inbound over to Hansen. He looks at the 3, dribbles over, top of the key, swings it to 4, 4 back to 10. Looks inside, trying to break up this zone. Kicks it to the wing. Looks inside at Hansen, can't get it there. Launches it to 10 at top of the key, over to 35. Back to 10, back to 4. Elbows are flying. Inside to 32, up for another layup, gets blocked, and a foul.
Try to stretch this lead to double digits, get it to 11. Just under 3 to go here in the third quarter. 30-21. 2 team fouls on the Nanox and 3 on the Patriots.
And the free throw is off again for 32, as he is 0 for 3 on the night. And Yeah, a lot of hustle there by the Nanoks on that possession. That one's well short. Rebound bobbled. And Nome and North Pole fight for it, as North Pole is getting destroyed on the rebounds in this game. With about a 2-minute stretch of all Nome basketball after miss layup and miss layup, they got every offensive rebound, weren't able to make the free throws, and now it's North Pole basketball.
Here's Peterson, dribbles, tries to get it to Sanchez. Sanchez fumbled it out of bounds. Good defense by Hansen to force the turnover, and it gets right back to Nome. So another turnover, and they can't cut into the deficit.
All right, so number 4 has the ball on the wing. Dribbles out to the top of the key, shuffled his feet, no call, kicks it over to 35. Inside pass to 32 is picked off by Caleb Pugh. He'll get it up to Kenny Peterson.
Here's Peterson, gets it to Pugh. Pugh over to Sanchez. Sanchez gives it to Dent. Javon Dent is checked back into the game. Caleb Pugh gets it over to Peterson for a 3, and he knocks it down. So it's a 6-point game, 24-30, coming up on 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
So with only 5 points in the quarter for Nome, North Pole has answered with 9 as this back and forth contest continues. 32 drives in again. Not strong enough to get the ball up there after the contact, and he will shoot 2. Foul is on number 15.
Number 15, that's Caden Bostwick. I believe that is his 4th, so one more and he is done for the game.
And number 32 is now 0 for 5 from the free throw line as he clanks one off the rim yet again. As Nome is hoping for some points to come back against this North Pole run. They've closed the deficit to 6. And that free throw rolls around the rim. They can't get it to go. Hansen had the ball, lost it. Picked up by Sanchez.
Here comes Pugh. Pugh in the corner, and he gets fouled on the pass.
Bad foul there by number 35, Ian Smith, for the Nanoks. Although that is only their 3rd foul of the half. And North Pole will take it on the sideline as they are cutting into that Nome halftime lead. And there's a little confusion there on the scorer's table as North Pole inbounds.
And Peterson tried to hit Sanchez, but Sanchez had already been cutting to the rim, and it's another North Pole turnover. Just sloppy basketball from this North Pole team.
So number 10 will dribble it up the court. Looks inside. Over to 12, swings it cross court to 35. He tries to get it to Hansen. Bad pass off the fingertips. Another Nome turnover. That's starting to characterize this second half.
And here's Peterson. Peterson to Pugh, gets it to Sanchez. Almost lost it, holds on to it. Dent to Pugh. Pugh drives, kicks it back out to Sanchez. Sanchez thought about a 3, got it to Peterson. Peterson drives, he's fouled, almost puts it in, and he's going to go to the line. See if they can finally cut into this deficit.
And that is another foul on Ian Smith. His 2nd, team's 4th. Peterson will shoot 2 at the line. First one, no good.
A lot of missed free throws, a lot of missed layups, and that's a huge difference in this game. They probably have a 4 to 6 point lead if they would make most of the layups. That one
rolls out, but it's recovered by North Pole.
Number 24, Peterson drives in, and he was fouled yet again. Another team foul on Nome. And we still have 9 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in this game, so you got to be careful not to get into the bonus.
That is the 5th team foul on the Nanoks. 2 away from bonus. And that is the third foul on number 10, Caleb Evett, fouling the drive by Kenny Peterson.
Peterson out to Sanchez, over to Pugh. Pugh looks for one of his teammates, tried to get it into the post, gets it to Sanchez. Sanchez drives baseline. Sanchez tries to kick it out to Dent, and Dent is blocked, and it's rebounded by Ian Smith, and a foul by North Pole.
All right, so Nome has the basketball, up 6 on North Pole. Pass is bobbled but recovered by 23, and they swing it back over to Ian Smith, number 35 on the wing. Back 23, inside position for Gareth Hansen. Shot does not count. That was another foul by number 52.
That is his third.
His third personal. 6th team foul for North Pole, one away from bonus. And they have to throw it out towards the top of the key to number 32, back to 12. Inside on Hansen, he'll drive, get tripped up, and there's another foul on 52, his fourth. One away from being fouled out.
So 3 quick fouls, and we have bonus, so 1 and 1. 3 quick fouls for 52. And see if he can play through that. Still 8 minutes to go. Hansen hits the first.
And Nome has a 7-point lead.
Number 3, Bradley Shank checks into the game.
33 with the second free throw. That's good. He's got 17 points.
Under
Peterson
30
drives and puts the brakes on.
Under 30 to go. Peterson over to Dent. Javon Dent drives right, pulls back, goes left, gives it to Sanchez. Sanchez to Peterson. Peterson to Pugh at the top. Pugh gives it back to Peterson. Peterson goes between the legs, gives it to Pugh. Pugh drives left. He's stopped. Gets it over to Sanchez. 3 seconds. Peterson will fire up a 3 at the end of the quarter. No good, and that'll do it for the third quarter. 8-point lead for the Nanooks, 32-24, and we still have 8 minutes of basketball left to go. And the Nanooks are in bonus, so that could play a factor down the stretch.
Yeah, North Pole is 2 fouls away from being in bonus themselves. And low scoring affair here as the Nome Nanooks lead 32-24 over the North Pole Patriots. At halftime, it was 25-15, so a lot more scoring this quarter than before. However, North Pole is starting to chip away at that deficit, now being down only 8 points. And we are set for the fourth quarter.
They got to put together a good quarter. Can't miss these open layups and these open shots that they're missing if they want to come back and win this game. They got to start making those shots.
To start the third quarter, North Pole ran a back screen for Caleb Pugh, who scored 2 layups on their first 2 possessions. That really started to get the momentum going for North Pole. And I'm wondering if their coach is going to bring that play back in the fourth, as it was effective 2 times in a row against this zone. All right, and the Nanooks will inbound. They get it to number 10, Caleb Evett. And he tries to put the move on. Nothing there. Throws it to number 12 into the corner. Hansen's sweet spot. Gets pushed out of bounds. A little frustrated there was no whistle. But, of course, they're letting him play into the corner to Gareth Hansen, who is on fire. His 5th three-pointer of the game, as they take an 11-point lead.
7.5 to go. Garcia loses the ball. Got to get it across half. He does. Drives in and just lost it out of bounds. It was tipped out of bounds, so it'll stay North Pole ball. Almost another costly turnover.
Yeah, great pressure defense there by the Nanoks.
Feel like a broken record right now with these costly turnover calls, but that's how it's been for most of the second half. And Peterson hits another three. I believe that's his third three-pointer, and he cuts it back to 8, 27-35.
Whenever Nome gets on their little run or Hanson hits a three, it seems that North Pole always has an answer to keep this thing close. We'll see if they can pull it out and try and come back in this fourth quarter. And number 12 forgot to dribble there as he started his drive, and that's a travel.
So
and it will be North Pole ball. So yes, again, the broken record. A lot of costly turnovers in this fourth quarter.
And here's Garcia, brings it across half. He's going towards the left wing, now goes right. Hands it off to Peterson. Peterson has a lane. Peterson floats the shot, misses it. And a rebound for Nome, but a foul by, I believe, Caleb Pugh. It is Caleb Pugh. I believe that is his third foul. Third or fourth foul, I believe. And they're going to be shooting free throws. Another costly foul by Caleb Pugh.
And that's 3 fouls on Pugh as he puts number 23 Dawson Schaefer on the line for 2 to try and put this back to a 10-point lead for the Nanoks. As defense has been king in this game. A lot of turnovers, a lot of tough shots, a lot of free throws. As that one misses for 23. Hanson inside, shovel past 23 with the floater. That's good. Great offense and a hustle by the Nanoks to give themselves a 10-point lead off another missed free throw.
Coming up on 6 minutes remaining, Javon Dent uses a crossover, then screens for Garcia. Garcia puts up the shot. No, Pugh gets the rebound, kicks it out to Sanchez. He fires a corner three. It's no good. Feel like he forced that one up a little bit.
Yeah, he seems to be hesitant on that three-point shot throughout this game. I'm not sure if that's in his arsenal or not. So they kick it into the corner to number 32. He kicks it back to the top to number 10. Surveys the floor, passes it over to number 12. Looks to the corner, back to 10. 12 will take the three-pointer. That's no good. Rebound tracked down by 32. Great inside pass to Hanson, but he forgot to dribble. And that's a travel.
Did the shuffle and turned it over, and North Pole gets it back. That was huge for North Pole. Would have made it a 12-point game. And Garcia puts a move on number 10, stops and pops in the lane and knocks it down. It's an 8-point game, 5:19 to go.
And if you're a longtime fan of the Dean Cummings Senior Basketball Tournament, North Pole is used to big comebacks in these games. As a couple years ago, they came back by 20.
They were down 20 heading into the fourth quarter, came back and won the game,
So
narrowly beating Hutch.
Let's see if they can do that again, although the deficit is not as large. But with the way this game is going, it's going to take a lot of effort to try and get past that Nome defense.
It'll be a test for sure of their mental fortitude, their execution on offense and defense as well. Can't just trade baskets, need multiple stops here to go on a run.
And if North Pole really wants to get back in this game, they have to find a way to cool down number 33, Gareth Hanson, who's having himself a monster game with 5 three-pointers. And North Pole will press as they try to get back into this game with 5 minutes remaining, down 8.
Their press worked well in the first half. Let's see if they can make it work well here.
Good pressure there. He'll kick it to the corner to 23. Another floater, his specialty. That's good. Now we have a 10-point game as the timeout and the press did not work
5 minutes to go. Peterson crosses half court, fakes the pass, now gives it to Garcia. Garcia gets it to Sanchez, almost lost it, back to Garcia. He'll take it out, try to set up the offense. He gives it to Peterson. Kenny Peterson drives, and then Peterson gets it to Dent. He puts it up, no good. Javon Dent missed the inside layup, and North Pole comes back with the ball.
And Hansen will shoot another three. That's his 6th of the game as he looks to put away North Pole single-handedly. That's his 23rd point of the game.
That's a killer right there. You really hate to give up that three, down 10, but see if they can make something out of it. Sanchez drives, gets a wide open layup and scores. Coming up on 4 minutes to play. It's 42-31, 11-point advantage for the Nanoks.
Terrible pass by 32, straight to the defense. Leads up a fast break layup for North Pole.
So 4 quick points.
And the door is not closed yet as we have a 9-point game with under 4 minutes remaining.
They press a foul on Javon Dent. So that'll send them back to the line. 1 foul away from double bonus.
And so far the story of this game is the shooting performance put on by number 33, Gareth Hansen. 6 3-pointers on the night for 23 points. He's been a beast in the paint and on the wing, grabbing boards, blocking shots, keeping this Nome team alive. And inside to 32, he has to leave the paint to get the ball, drives in, keeps his defender on his heel. Shuffle pass is another turnover for number 32. So there's back-to-back possessions with a turnover for the Nanoks.
So let's see if North Pole can make something out of it. Just a little bit of a prevent press by the Nanoks, and the Patriots break it. They get it inside to Sanchez, out to Pugh. He fires, no good. Rebound by Nome.
And that's
ankle breaker. But another turnover.
35 must have been watching the highlight reel because he forgot he was playing basketball, and there's another turnover for the Nanoks.
Must have thought he was watching a Ball Is Life tape because he forgot to put the ball down.
Got a little too excited that his teammates snatched some ankles.
Let's see if Garcia can do it the same, but he travels as well, so back-to-back turnovers.
So in a way, he is doing the same.
In a way, yes, he is doing the same thing.
And that's not what you want if you're the coach for North Pole. And he will call a quick timeout, try to talk it over with his team, as they are down but not out in this Game 4 of the Dean Cummings Senior Basketball Tournament.
So you got 3 minutes left, you're down 9. You've given up 9 fouls, so the team's 1 foul away from double bonus the rest of the way. And you yourself are 2 fouls away from bonus. What do you think they're going to try to draw up here?
Well, if I'm Nome right now, I'm going to try and burn as much clock as I can, or just get the ball into the hands of Gareth Hansen, who can't seem to do anything wrong in this game. And if I'm North Pole, I press, try to go for a steal, and if you can't get the steal, just play some really good pressure defense, force Nome into turnovers or bad shots, and try to come back into this game. They still have a chance, especially with the shooting ability of North Pole's guards. Let's just hope that they can cool off Gareth Hansen, then they have a chance. So number 32 has the ball at the top, and he will try and drive. Great defense there by 25, but the screen. And then there's a loose ball and a jump ball. And it looks like they called a timeout before the ball was on the floor. So it will be Nome basketball again, as they were put into a tough situation there. North Pole was hoping for the steal. couldn't get it. But that shows the great defense that they're playing in this final 2.5 minutes. Try and come back into this game.
So you gotta, if you're Nome, if you're North Pole, you gotta go. You need stops. You can't let them score pretty much for the rest of this quarter. You need stops and you need quick baskets.
Yeah, at this point, I would face guard Hansen. Don't let him touch the ball because his teammates are not having great nights as he's almost single-handedly outscoring North Pole. So I would just force the ball out of his hands. I would definitely try and foul 32 as he's 0 for 5 from the free throw lines at this point. And yeah, once the clock goes past 2 minutes, I'd start thinking about fouling. Try and get more possessions because Nome looks like they're going to try and burn the clock. So they get it into 32. And they go over to 33 at top of the key. He swings it to 23. Blow by 23, kicks on the corner, back to 33. He passes it over to 32. He eyes the court, dribbles to his left, passes it to 24. He stops, looks around, back to Gareth Hansen. And here are the Nome Nanooks burning clock. And at this point, I would foul 32 the second he oh, there's a steal.
Here comes Sanchez driving down the lane on Hansen. He throws up a reverse, and he puts it in. 7-point game, 1:40 to go.
So the defense pays off as they get the steal and the layup. And Pugh is on Hansen. And the second that ball touches 32's hands, I would foul. There's another steal by Garcia all the way, and it's a 5-point game.
Under 1:20 remaining. 9 team fouls for North Pole, so the next one puts the Nanooks in the double bonus. Pugh goes right up on Hansen.
Let's see if they can force another steal, and the pass was deflected and stolen by Pugh. Throws it up. Touch pass by Dent off the back of his teammate, but luckily goes to Peterson. Sanchez will drive, pass, layup, oh, missed it. Peterson will shoot a three, and it rolls in and out.
You got a foul right now.
Dent had the wide open layup, but blew it. That would have made this game really interesting, and I would foul 32. Oh, and there's another steal.
Another turnover. They need a 3 right now.
Pearson drives, and it's a foul.
Has a chance, 28 seconds, 42-37. They're down 5. Would you try to hit the first, miss the second?
At this point, I would knock them both down. And the second number 32 touches the ball, I would foul. So he's 0 for 5 from the free throw line. Hasn't had a great night shooting the ball. A lot of turnovers recently. I think it would be a great idea to foul him, put him on the line as he is. He's only a sophomore.
Force him to make big shots down the stretch.
At this point, if you foul anybody but Hansen, you're in good shape. As long as Peterson can knock this free throw down. Makes it a 1-possession game. And it's good.
Both. Those are clutch free throws.
And we have an interesting game here in the Dean Cummings tournament, as it looked like Nome.
I would have fouled. They need to foul. They're down 3.
And they got to Hansen, the guy you don't want to foul. And
they had a chance to foul 32.
They had a chance as he was dribbling up the court, and that would have been a great time to foul him. But they put the man with the majority of the points on the free throw line as he looks to add 2 more.
23 of his team's 42 has been scored by himself.
And it is in double bonus, so he will shoot 2. Hansen with the first free throw, trying to ice this game against North Pole, make it a 2-possession game. That one is good.
And that should do it, barring a miracle. North Pole will take a timeout, try to talk it over, try to draw up a play to get them.
So if Hansen makes this, I would make the call And I would put North Pole on the line. I would intentionally foul, make him shoot a 1-and-1, hope for the miss, get the ball, get fouled, ice the game. Don't let them shoot a 3. Don't let them have a chance to come back. Just make sure you don't foul them as they're shooting a 3. Now, if I'm North Pole, I'd try to get the ball in either the hands of Kenny Peterson or Alex Garcia. Try and do a pick and roll, let them shoot a screen coming off of that pick and roll. Crash the boards. The second the ball gets into somebody's hands, I'd foul. A lot of situations could go on here. Nome looks to be in a lot better shape than they were in about 30 seconds ago as North Pole was closing in on this lead. And if North Pole does go down, they will not go down quietly in Game 4.
So they have Garcia, Peterson, Dent, Pugh, and Sanchez for North Pole. That's the 5 out there that will play presumably the last play.
In 33 will take the second free throw. That is good.
That should
5-point lead.
Really
And
need a
the
quick
door
three.
is all but closed on North Pole. Peterson drives and kicks to Garcia. 3 balls, no good. Rebound, Evans, back to Hansen. He will stand and get fouled. And he can add 2 more to his very impressive first game.
25 points, can get 27 here, be the highest scorer on the day.
And that's definitely the shot you want if you're North Pole.
A wide open
Wide open 3 off the pass. And number 14, Caleb Pugh's night is done. And in 3 seconds, so will North Pole's. And Hansen will shoot 2 free throws. And the first is good. And Nome can get back on defense and celebrate this win as they will play the winner of Delta versus Seward tonight at 8 p.m. Peterson gets the ball in, chucks from half court, air ball.
That'll do it.
Game 4 is over as North Pole tried to make it a game in that fourth quarter. Nome was able to hold on by the clutch free throw shooting of Gareth Hansen, and they will move on to the semifinals as they win 46-39.
Gareth Hansen with 27 points in that game. Huge for his team down the stretch.
6 3-pointers, perfect from the free throw line. I'm not sure if you can have a more impressive game than that to have in the first game of Dean Cummings tournament.